All you ever wanna do is play. So let's play.
Yeah. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke,
yeah, well, we can hold the peace so we can wage war, but I'm gonna get what I came for. Real gang, that's a crew name. We all graduated to the two-door. Sacred Global, that's an infrastructure. All y'all niggas like the Titanic. I'm the iceberg, talking no Zucker on the front lines, but we don't panic. Shit getting messy, got nothing to rest, and I'm tired of niggas. They front they blessings, they want my suggestion, but don't want the fee. I'm just doing me, I don't answer their questions. All this flexing, got no one to see. All this aggression, I just want some peace. Not even sure that I like it in heaven. I guess when we get there, then we gon' see. I do not understand, I do not get what you do. You only got one life, but you act like you got two. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with king, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transfer to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a rented crown.
You are the king and apology.
You about to see a new side of me, I hope you know. We stand up and watch our enemy go. Empire fall, my legacy grows. I might just hop on this melody flow. All this vision, no clarity though. Y'all play a game that I bear in my soul. Ebony ivory, nobody knows. Business vasectomy, nothing can grow. Everyone promises more than they actually do.
He's heating up!
Live on anything other than truth.
He's on fire!
Than what you are willing to do.
The more you hate me, the more you will learn.
Stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. You really have people fooled out here, don't you? When are you peasants gonna learn that you can't pretend to be a king? It ends today.
What is the best move to silence a woman?
It's been a while since I dropped this shit. Swole family.
I'm funny how? I mean funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you?
Yeah.
I was kidding! I was only kidding!
With that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, you know we don't play gang gang. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, you know we don't play gang gang. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, you know we don't play gang gang. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, you know we don't play gang gang. I'm blessed, I never said I didn't struggle. I finesse, I never said I didn't hustle. These niggas talk so loud, the way I move is subtle. I'm the ocean, but these niggas just a puddle. Ay, oh, I swear I'm delusional. These niggas, they using me. They want my energy, ain't nothing new, this is usual. These figures confusing me. What's gotten into me? They say I'm fusing, they cubicles. Clipping KD like some cuticles. None of this shit is excusable. Don't need a muse when I'm musical. Hey, whoa, I'm tired of saying for truth when nobody's doing it. Yeah. They're controlling the youth. Agenda of fusing them, nigga. We losing them. Matter of fact, we just abusing them. That's a fact. We try to roll with a ballad act. Fucking low key with a Tesseract. They throwing smoke when they got to that. Get the fuck up out your little bubble. They wanna ask how much it costs, I said it double. Gorilla beard, these niggas only rockin' stubble. The realest nigga make these bitches start to stumble. Aye, East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play gangs, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play gangs, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play gangs, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play gangs, yeah.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Swole.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, 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 testicles, testicles. Oh, welcome everyone to episode 20 hundo and 27 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and y'all hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swole, back with another episode. Today's episode, the Beastcast, is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2 Flexin' on all you wish.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
The fucking Catalina wine mixer.
All right, what's going on, fam? Welcome to the Daily Swole Mancast. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not yet subscribed. TheDailySwole.com for all the links. We're live on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. The Daily Swole is the best place to watch because you won't get flagged or banned, most likely. Odyssey and Rumble, all those places. And of course, TikTok and Instagram, everywhere. The Daily Swole likes to drop those knowledge cock tips, those little cocklets over there. So you can engage with us on all those platforms, but you're here, Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Make sure you leave us a review because we are ready to go deep today. Are we not, Beaches? More round of applause. How we doing, Indy? Indy, Amy, Wax. What up, Wax? Good name, Wax. Yoked Nick. What's up, Nick? Brian, Dawn. How we doing, Cerny, Jennifer, Everyday Debbie, every damn day. Jen, Peaceful Bandit, we are all here. John, what up, you beaches? All right, it's Tainty Tuesday, and we got some great Swole fan posts. We got some great questions, I'm sure. We're going to go balls deep and watch some chundergunch that's going on in the world or in the interwebs. We got some good videos. I'm sure we do. It is Tainty Tuesday, so don't be a beach, don't be a boosh, or you'll end up like Tainty Magooch. And you can start by dropping the comments down below. What is a Tainty Magooch to you? How do you define a Tainty Magooch? How do you do that? What do you consider a Tainty Magooch? It's Tainty Tuesday, and you're going to find out. If you're brand new, you're going to find out. This is the greatest fucking podcast, the greatest mancast in the realm. Welcome to the show. Let's get this nut busted open and the party started. Shall we dance? Let's summon the Falcon and get this underway. Falcon. Summoned with the voice of an angel. Put some respect on it, Yabush.
there, Sunday. Greatest country in the world.
All right. Oh my God, we still got the scroll going on for the busting of the nut. Leo, drinking like a raging alcoholic, but as if we had any doubt. He's there every day, boozing. We'll just call it sparkling bone broth. We've given up on him. You got to follow the 7 pillars, Leo. You got to follow the 7 pillars. That's why Rose let go. Hashtag Tainty Magooch for a chance to win today's Swole card. It's a beautiful day. Let's get into the tip. We'll give that away at the end of today's episode. So drop that hashtag in the comments down below. Sexy Tessie with that peppermint tip. You are looking absolutely fucking phenomenal, aren't you?
You are looking rather splendid this evening.
God damn it, you are. All right, let's moisturize. Let's get into that tip. Remember, you always got to spit on it first. You know the deal. Yeah, babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. Yeah, baby. All right. So yesterday we had our weekly accountability meeting. That episode 2026 is live inside Priority Access in Swole TV. So if you missed it, you missed out on the live Nuts on Chin Unplugged. You missed out on everything. The brand new releases, you missed out. But of course, the releases are there for members, so make sure you check out SwoleNormousX.com and join the fam today. We do have amazing specials going on because it is Black Swole Week indeed. Indeed. We had a couple great new drops. Let's talk about those for a second. Unlimited releases, Swole Normus X. We got a prop flow. We got a hip mobility masterclass. Those are for unlimited members. And of course, we have some new Swole Studio. We have some new recipes available. Black Swole Week. Save an extra $20 off unlimited memberships when you sign up. Use code SWOLE20 at checkout. It's the time of year to lock your shit down. Are you ready to lock your shit down? You should be. You fucking should be. All right, let's get into our first Swole fam post. Let's get this party started. Let's hear from the Swole fam. Let's fucking go. Post from Ben. Hey fam, long time no chat. I have a question for y'all. Well, let's hear what you got to say, Ben. I recently had top surgery about 3 weeks ago, and the surgeon suggested I wait 3 more weeks before returning to the gym. As someone who essentially had like 90% of their breasts removed, what would your suggestions be as far as picking up at the gym? Avoid upper body for a little longer or try with just simple 3-pound weights? I've gained a significant amount of weight and water retention from the painkillers and from HRT, so it's been a little slow going on my end, but I genuinely want to get back into the swing of things and drop all this weight. Now my surgeon said after 6 weeks, it would feel like nothing happened at all, but that's not including going to the gym or lifting or doing any kind of stretches. And I'm not asking for, like, for example, what you think I should do so much as I'm asking how you would proceed if you're going to start back up at the gym after major surgery. Well, first off, because I'm not a doctor, I'm not going to tell you anything to do. You should be listening to your medical professionals. They should be telling you what you should be doing for the gym. So the surgeon recommended that you wait 3 more weeks, which is what exactly you're going to do at least. And they should be giving you guidance on this. It's ridiculous how like they're not going to tell you. I don't know if you have a physical therapist or any kind of guidance as to how you should start back up. It should be very light. I would say just yoga. Just move whatever you're allowed to do, whatever you are told you can do. You just got to be really careful. So I'm not going to say exactly what kind of weights you should pick up. As long as if you're cleared for it, they say you can start very light, but major surgery is going to be, moving, you're going uphill. You're going uphill after that. It's not like your average soreness. It's not something minor. You are under a lot of stress and your body has just come over a lot of trauma. So make sure you take care of yourself. And I would say, I would say start with doing yoga. Start with yoga. You're saying you're not asking for what you think I should do so much as how you would proceed. Well, you are asking. That's exactly how you would proceed is what you think you should do. So I think you should start very, 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 very slow. I would start slower than you think you should. And yoga would be a great place to start. In my opinion, a physical therapist, I would definitely recommend because you have to learn how to move again. You have a different tissue composition. You have a lot of hormones going into your body that are, different than what your body is used to. So you're just in a different place. So you just don't want to jump in too fast because you don't want to cause any damage or cause any like major scarring or anything like that, depending on your situation. So that being said, from a non-medical professional, seek the experts. Physical therapy would probably be great, or at least someone that's skilled in post-op training in that regard. If you have any, maybe the surgeon has some recommendations, or maybe a therapist or someone locally will have some kind of insights. We got a post here from Chris.
What's in the box?
Yeah, go super slow. Always do less than you think, because you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it, man. If you just don't work out for a couple weeks, you're going to feel it. That's why you should never stop training. You should always be consistent, right? So in other words, that's other type of trauma. That's not just, hey, I'm sitting around watching Netflix. Your body's going through some major shock. So take care of yourself there. All right, Chris, back had me out of the gym for over a week. Thank God, no more than that. Back at it since yesterday, holding 226 pounds from the near 260 I was in August. And man, do I feel I had a great smash on my chesticles and tries tonight. 7 pillars every day. Papa, I've heard and told myself a lot of things you say my whole life, but never listened and made excuses daily. Your short clips popping up on Facebook, drawing me in and falling down the swole bit hole, and how you say and push what you say and the content you provide is how I needed to hear it. Hashtag Swole privilege is how I choose to live my life, and fuck, it feels good even when I was down. Thanks, Papa and the Swole fam, for the words of love and support last week. Lots of love, my beaches. I need those gains. Oh yeah. And my fucking steak. Hashtag go to the fucking gym. Hells yeah, fam. Let's get a little merit on that one. Thank you, Chris. Respect. Respect. We got a comment from Matthew. I recommend some brain gains too. Anything like that would inevitably have an effect on my mentality and outlook. Absolutely. I mean, even if you're going through surgery, you're going through a recovery period, you had an injury, whatever it is, you should still be crushing your 7 pillars the best that you can. You should still be focusing on your nutrition. There's no reason, that's no excuse to fall off from your nutrition. It's no excuse to fall off from your training. Your training might look different. Right? Your training might look a little bit different. Your training might not be max weights. It might just be some basic mobility or some arm circles or something like that. Whatever it is for you, you have to adapt. And your training, your recovery, your mobility, all those things are going to adapt as you go through your life, but you should still be crushing your 7 pillars. All right. Oh, look at that. Kitty. Heather, even Francis the cat is listening to the accountability meeting. Look at that. Isn't that fantastic? Oh, Daily Swole. The pussy loves the Daily Swole. Don't you now? Good kitty. Francis, look, pawing at Papa Swolio's beard. Aw, Kitty loves Papa Swolio. I love you too, Kitty. All right, we got a post here from Jeremy. What's up, Beesh? I think you're here live, Jeremy. What up, Beesh? What's going on? Kitties are cool, but come on now. Nothing like a pup, nothing like a dog. Papa Swolio is superior. Come on. Cats or dogs, fam. Really? Cats over dogs? Come on now. All right, Jeremy, I want to introduce myself better. My first post was half-hearted. I'm 46 and have lived my last 20 years as obese. Now, my 20-year-old son, Noah, is also obese. Neither of us can do anything without being winded and fearing heart attacks. The slightest pain in my chest scares the hell out of me. On top of that, I fear losing my son to health problems. This is why I joined Swolenormous X. Noah is doing this with me as well. He said that Swolenormous's real talk has motivated him and changed his thinking, and I agree. Now, Noah and I are working as the father and son rebooted, and we are changing our lives. We look forward to our futures, and for the first time in years, we have hope. Let's fucking go. Jeremy, that's fantastic. That gives me a lot of hope, and it gives me a lot of excitement and pride. I'm glad that we are worthy to shake you and your son out of your zombie state. Welcome to actually being awake. Welcome to taking care of your health. Welcome to your new life. Seriously, this is the place for you. And as much as we rail on stupidity. We rail on the lazy fucking mindset of our society and the decay of hard work and personal responsibility. But we have a lot of people in the Swole fam that are overweight or obese, but we're all here to improve ourselves and to support one another in our individual journeys. So my journey is going to look different than yours. Yours is going to look different from the next person, but it doesn't mean that you're not working on self-improvement. And it doesn't mean that we can't be there to support one another. It doesn't mean we have to be identical. You don't, you have to figure this shit out for yourself as well. But we are here in it together. And of course, the content in Swolenormous X will help you tremendously to execute on that. So welcome again. Super fucking stoked. Some more round of applause.
He's on fire!
That's fire, dude. That's fire. It's one of the best things. It's one of the best things to read when you hear like, hey, I'm spreading this on to my family. That's fantastic. And your son, Noah, sounds like a smart kid. Sounds like a smart kid. Now he's going to be smart and yoked. Fucking hell yeah. I can't wait to make sure you take pictures. Make sure you take before and after pictures. You can keep them for yourself, whether or not you want to share them. A lot of people don't want to take pictures at the beginning because they are embarrassed. But trust me, once you lose the weight and once you feel so much better and you transform yourself and you're going to look back, you're going to want to show everyone, look what I fucking used to look like. Look at what I used to be like. And that means you can do it too. So make sure you take them, if not just for yourself, because you're going to wish you did if you don't. So take them before and after, take them the way you're supposed to. Same lighting, same clothes, shirt off, like pair of shorts, get the front, side, rear. Take those pictures because you are going to look back on them and be so proud of yourself. It's really hard to see that kind of progress on a day-to-day. But when you look back on the macro, you're going to see this massive change and you're going to be glad you did. All right, last Swole Fam post. All these from inside Swolenormous X. This is from the Swole Fam discussion boards. And we have a new member, Megan. Welcome to the fam, Megan. Some gorillas. Everyone say welcome. Welcome, Megan. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I mean, even if you never share the photos, you have them for you. You don't have to share them publicly, but you have them if you want to. All right, let's see here. Megan. I'm Megan, and I'm a 34-year-old grocery store worker. I'm leaving Health at Every Size, which is Haze. I'm leaving Haze after a health scare. My latest test results came back pre-diabetic. A community to learn from and keep me on track is important to me. I'm a complete newbie to exercise. You see the dangerous parts of Haze? You could be healthy at every size. Not really. Not really. Glad that you came across our content and you're waking up, Megan. Recently, my primary care had me do an elimination diet, and I'm allergic to several common preservatives. Produce and fish work best for me. Processed foods are frustrating to shop since my allergens are all over in the processed results. That got long. It's nice to meet everyone. That's what she said. Welcome. Welcome to the fam, Megan. Welcome. Fuck yeah. Another one bites the dust for Haze. You see that, Haze? You see that when you lie and scam people? Yeah, eventually people are going to wake up to your bullshit. Good for you. Good for you. All right. So it is that time of year. It is that time of year to make those changes. We are coming up on Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is what? Day after tomorrow, I think. Or technically, whether or not you celebrate, whether or not you're going to be spending time with people that you can't stand, or you're standing up for your own wellness and you're doing your own thing, whatever it is, there's no reason to fall off your game. Whether you're spending time with family or friends, that's fine. That's great. Be social, spend time with those that you care about. But at the same time, don't sacrifice your health and your wellness. There's no reason to throw everything that you've been working for overboard. All right. A lot of these habitual changes, the discipline that you've built is always on shaky ground. You have to be constantly reinforcing. This does not mean restriction. It means enjoying in full the foods that work best for you and following your path to improve daily. And that's what we do inside Swolenormous X. Make sure you're using code SWOLE20. That's all one word for an additional $20 off your sign up with unlimited memberships. Check it out. SwoleNormousX.com. You cannot beat what we are adding every single week. New yoga class. We have over, I believe it's over 220 or over 230 yoga classes that you can stream 24/7, 365. We have full programs, whether you're trying to bulk, whether you're trying to cut, whether you're brand new to training and you need to work on stabilization, on yoga, on proper recovery, and just building those fundamental habits, the elimination diet to get your nutrition customized. We have everything you need inside Swolenormous X. And like I said, code SWOLE20 at checkout for saving an extra $20 off. Now is totally the time to get started. I mean, if you're thinking about starting and you haven't yet, now's the time to do it. It really is. If you can lock this shit down, why wait till January 1st or January 5th or January 15th? Why are you still waiting? You've been waiting 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. Keep on making excuses. I'll do it next week. You go on for 3 weeks, you fall off, you do it for 3 months. Keep quitting. You have to keep starting again. How about you just stop quitting? How about you stop stopping? Stop stopping. Just keep going. Understand it's going to be an up, there's going to be a down, there's highs and lows. It's going to be a struggle. So what? Anything worth having is a struggle. It's not supposed to be fucking easy. That's why most people are average and they delude themselves and they lie to themselves and say, oh, well, I'm happy the way I am. You only live once, everything in moderation. Sure. That's what pussies say. That's what people that have no fucking desire to better themselves, no desire to excel. They're happy just floating through life, being just like everyone else, because then they don't have to think for themselves. Then they don't have to go against the grain. They can just nod, smile, and fucking wave and do what everyone else does. But if that's what you want to do, you want to be a zombie, you just want to float through and be like everyone else, that's fine. But if you want to be the best version of yourself, you got to break away from the mold. And what better place than swolenormousx.com? Do it today. Stop being a fucking jabroni or jabbernet. Speaking of which, it's fucking Tainty Tuesday. Don't be a beesh, don't be a boosh, or you'll end up like Tainty Magooch. You don't want to be a Tainty Magooch. Drop that hashtag in the comments down below.
Dodson.
Goddamn
Dodson.
right.
We've got Dodson here.
We got Dodson here. But see, no one cares. No one cares. You need to care. You need to care. You need to care enough to not be a Tainty Magooch. Isn't that right? Isn't that fucking right? Smash that like button, fam. It is time to get into some questions. Some fucking questions. Let's do it. Let's do it, Falcon. Let's take some questions. We're deep into that knowledge cock. You can keep on dropping that hashtag Tainty Magooch in the comments. Let's see what we got here. So, some questions. Use the hashtag AskPapaSwolio for a chance to be featured live. We got some questions from the other platforms, but if you have any live questions, now's the time. Use the hashtag APS, AskPapaSwolio Live. AskPapaSwolio, we're just live, so it works out. All right, let's take this one. We'll get started here. What we got here? Drum roll.
What's in the box?
What's in the motherfucking box? From TBT or TB Thanos X7 on Instagram. Papa Swolio, do you ever train with... I got really thirsty and I take a sip at that fucking moment. At that moment, right at the end of the sentence. Do you ever train with battle ropes? I have. Do I? Have I lately? I have not. That might be something that I add. We have a lot of ropes hanging from the tree, but the actual battle ropes, I might get a set. It's one of those things. Now that I'm just continuously building out the home gym, I'm just kind of adding odds and ends. Like I've been doing this online lately. Hey, I don't have that adapter. I don't have that. Just kind of getting extra stuff and just building it out. You can never have too much equipment. Well, I guess you can. As long as you have good equipment, you have space. Personally, I like more open space with my gym setup. I don't like I don't like things, smashed together where I don't have room. I like to have open space. So it depends on what equipment it is, but battle ropes could be a good addition. So I might get like an outdoor set or a set that I drag outside. Could be nice, but I haven't done it lately. Thank you for the reminder. Might be something that I pick up again, but not often. Not often. I used to more often. I used to when I first discovered them. God, this is starting to be a lot more years than I remember being like, a couple years ago. No, that's actually like 10 years ago. Man, was it that long? 9, 10, 8, 9. I used to do it more often though. Nothing wrong with battle ropes. Maybe for a little burnout, but upper body cardiovascular. It's good for cardio and stuff like that. Let's see, Jeremy, are kettlebell workouts good for beginners? Absolutely. One thing that I would recommend for kettlebells is to make sure that you start lighter and you practice form. Kettlebells are very unforgiving if you don't have good technique. Technique is everything with a kettlebell. So for example, if you're lifting dumbbells, depends on the exercise. It depends on the move that you're doing for kettlebells. Like if you're just picking them up and shrugging them, all right. I mean, people can jump up in weight a little bit faster, but you're just doing the shrug movement, for example. But the technical, the coordination, how to do a proper hip hinge with a kettlebell swing, with the clean, with the snatch, I would recommend starting light. So for women, I'm just going to say in pounds. I forget sometimes the kilograms, but for men, usually you want to start with like a 16 kilogram, which I believe is 35 pounds. 16 kilogram is good up to 24. Now, I would recommend starting lighter than heavier. So for men, a 16 kilogram, a 20 kilogram, or a 24 kilogram. So that would be 35, 44, and 53. Those are good ranges. But for example, if you're doing a kettlebell swing, 53 might be good to start, but then your strength is going to go up and maybe you'll like doing 70 or an 80 pounder. So certain kettlebells are going to be better for certain things. Where I might do a kettlebell swing with a 100-pound kettlebell, I'm not going to be doing cleans with it. I'm not going to be doing snatches with it. So you have to build that out there. but you want to be more versatile. So anywhere between a 35 to a 53 pound kettlebell is great for Turkish get-ups, good for learning how to do cleans, learning how to do snatches, learning how to do all sorts, the proper hip hinge for kettlebell swings. So you could do 1-arm swings, 2-arm swings, but the technicals, the form is absolutely paramount. Once you get the form, your weight will go up pretty quickly. It's all coordination and doing it properly. But, you fuck up with a kettlebell, it could be it could be tragic. So be careful. Wax. Papa Swolio, how do I know when that crunchy sound in my knee is needing medical attention? There's no pain. I'm 50, want to avoid any type of knee replacement or that type of surgery. Usually no pain, no problem. Sometimes my joints crack and some people have those little crunchies. I'll be working hardcore on yoga and mobility training, deep lunges, Jefferson curls, activating your anterior tibialis, working on ankle mobility, doing all sorts of things like either standing hamstring curls or Nordic curls. These are things that will strengthen the muscles around your joint, but working on those deep squats and those deep movements are beneficial to strengthening the tendons and the ligaments around your knee. I couldn't tell you like, hey, you should go and get that checked out. I don't know if you have gotten checked out. Have you gotten an assessment? Have you gone to an orthopedist or the like for that situation? I wouldn't recommend just going and getting things like injected, but usually your body will tell you. If there's pain, you'll know. And when you train, there's pain, there's discomfort, but there's a difference between discomfort pain and pain. So usually no pain, no problem. And I say usually meaning generally, no pain, no problem. Let's see, Josh, my 53-pound kettlebells are light for squats, but I've been using them for a while. Yeah, weights with kettlebells will get light very quick. So once let's say you're using a 35-pound kettlebell, the good thing is they're pretty inexpensive in terms of what value you can get in terms of equipment for either a home gym or just overall like maximizing the price. Because let's say you go for a rack, right? You get a squat rack that can cost you $500 to $1,000. Then you have to get a bar. Then you have to get plates. I mean, you're going to be in, depending on what rack you get, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be in total maybe $500 to $1,500, whether you buy it new, used, or what type or whatever like that. But in terms of a kettlebell, you can get a 53-pound kettlebell for under $100, $60, $70, depending, maybe free shipping. There's all these specials going on right now. Get them used or something on OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace, Let Go, stuff like that. So what you can get out of a kettlebell is going to be much more for the price. You can get a lot more than most other equipment because you could do legs with a kettlebell. You can do shoulders and back and chest, chest considering you could be doing Turkish get-ups, great for core, great for power, great for cardio. There's a lot of benefits. So if you're trying to maximize your dollar, kettlebells are great if you don't have a lot of space, and they're amazing if you're trying to maximize and stretch your dollar out more. So for home gym stuff, kettlebells are fantastic. They're great, period, but I just love how they're so dynamic. So I have, for kettlebells, we got everything from, I think, like 20 something pounds. We have a little tiny one that's like 13 pounds. It's like too small for my hand. When I ordered it online, I didn't realize how small it was. And it's kind of like an ornament. It just sits on the table. Looks like it's for a child. But we have from, I think, 12 kilograms all the way up through, I forget the kilograms. I have up through 150 pounds. I have a 150 pound kettlebell. And I always keep thinking about like, hey, let me complete the set. Let me get 176 and a 202 pounder. But it's like, do I want to spend another $700 on 2 kettlebells? I'm not really going to use those too often though. I rarely use the 150 as it is. But I got some big boys. They get heavy. They get fucking heavy. They get heavy. Wax, are you a member of course, is your YouTube name, so I'm not sure who Wax is. I just posted in Swolenormous Exo Masterclass, by the way, fam, brand new masterclass, hip mobility. So there's a hip mobility masterclass, and a couple weeks ago we did the ankle mobility masterclass. So make sure you check those out for more information on lengthening your hamstrings, stretching your lower back. It's great. Jeremy, my 11-year-old nephew, asked for kettlebells for Christmas. He loves them. Look at this. Jeremy's family is going to be fucking yoked. A bunch of savages over there. Yeah. And a few Indian clubs. Yeah, I have, I just ordered a steel club, like a 20-pound steel club. I didn't have any of those, so I'm just going to start building out my set of those and just kind of get started with the 20-pound club. And I also ordered yesterday a 35-pound mace bell. So I have ones up to 30, but I've been starting to swing the 30. So once you start getting the form and you get like the endurance and you build up the calluses and stuff on your hands, once you start going heavy and you just do like a few reps of really heavy mace bell swings, my God, your core, everything, you just feel it fucking everywhere. It's fantastic. So a 35-pound mace bell is heavy as fuck. So the next one after that will be a 40 or a 45. I don't think they make them too much heavier than that. Probably for good reason. And the thing is, so with the lighter ones, the ball is a lot smaller. So when you start getting to 30, 35, you start getting to the point where you can you're going to start hitting the back of your legs if you don't have really good form, just because the globe gets so big. Let's see here. Nick, got my mace bell. Should I start with the pendulum swings? Absolutely. So when you're doing a swing, whether it's one arm or two arm, your hands are going to be at the base of your neck. So you really need to work on your thoracic mobility. So the best thing to do is to kind of put it over your shoulder and then slowly, you want to rotate which hand is on top. So start on your shoulder and then just kind of slide it back. And then once it's back here, just work on getting the pendulum, work on your, because what you're doing when you're swinging the mace bell is you're essentially guiding it. You're allowing momentum to take the weight through. You're not bending it and swinging it around, just kind of dipping it and then guiding it with your hands. So when it hits that bottom, you kind of have that little hip, you have that core body weight shift to kind of get it through that dip to speed the rotation through. So just going back and forth with a pendulum really sinks your body in with the mace bell. What size did you get, Nick? Yeah, they get expensive when they get heavy, because anytime you're buying weights, that's the thing. When you're shipping something, one of the most important things that determines the cost of shipping is the weight. And when you're buying just fucking weights, it's like, geez, it adds up really quick. So if you're ordering a lot of stuff, you might want to order it all at once. So if you order from Rogue or you order from one of these sites, you order one thing, it might be $100 shipping. But then you order a bunch of other stuff, it might only be $150 and it'll be freight, because they'll put it all in one pallet and it'll be like a one-off, because they charge you one flat rate for the pallet. So that's a better option. If you buy like piecemeal, you're spending tons on shipping. So, 35 pounds is like, I forget what the shipping is, $30-$40. It wasn't that bad. And I thought about getting another heavy, like a 45-pound with it, but it's like, I'll just patience. Plus, when you order them separately too, it's kind of like one comes in and something to look forward to. Ooh, I get to look forward to it in a little bit. Plus, going up to a 35-pound mace bell, it's gonna be plenty of entertainment for a while. I'm not gonna find that when you're dealing with mace bells, 5 pounds is a massive difference. Massive difference. It's much more than just going from like a 30 to a 35 pound dumbbell, because you're swinging it. So you get that momentum, you get that torque and the grip strength. So it's a massive difference. Let's see, Jen, Papa Swole, I've been so busy these past few weeks, been diving into Swollen 7. Lately, I do at least 3 sets, so I get a little more than 20 minutes in. Will that still help me progress while I'm still doing jujitsu 3 times a week? Yeah, that's what they're for. For sure. You're still getting it in. Like, what are you doing for Swollen 7? Dumbbell or mace bell? Like, what are you choosing? That's what they're designed for. They're designed for, the Swollen 7 gives you more variety. So some of you that are members are going to gravitate towards the Swollen 7. It gives you the ability to be like, hey, I was going to do Papa Swole's feature pump today, but I have to go pick up so-and-so. I only have 20 minutes or 15 minutes. Well, I could do a Swollen 7 dumbbell and do 2 rounds, and that's 14, 15 minutes. So it just gives you some more dynamic, or you might love a Swollen 7, be like, in other words, it gives you the ability to customize and learn how to program and program design. Well, if I repeat this 3 or 4 times, that's a full fucking workout. It could be a 7-minute workout, or you do it 4 times. That's a half an hour workout, 4 sets of each thing. That's a lot. So it allows you to expand the Swollen 7s into a full-blown workout. So it just gives you more versatility and customization. If you buy on Facebook, they're covering all shipping. What do you mean? If you buy on Marketplace, like from a different spot, they're paying for the shipping, free shipping? My God. My God, they're desperate to keep people on that app. Holy shit, really? Buy weights. Buy weights. Facebook Marketplace. Go, go, go. Flee, flee, flee. Jeremy, I noticed you suggest Jordan Peterson. Where would be good to start with him? Well, he has his own podcast. I would recommend reading his book. His audiobook is fantastic for 12 Rules for Life. I would recommend reading that book. So he reads, thank God. I hate it when someone else reads like a non-author. I think if you write a book, you should read your book because you know how to say it. You know the emotion, the passion behind it. But I would check out his book. I would definitely start with the book. I would start with the book. And also the lectures. Also his lectures online on YouTube are fantastic. His podcast is good too. I would also recommend watch his clips, watch him in interviews, watch him shove common sense into people's faces. Yeah, he has those. I would read the first one. He has the 12 more rules. The first one's the best. I would read that book and check out his lectures online, listen to his podcast, but 12 Rules for Life is a great book. And if you listen to audiobooks, he reads it. So that's a great one. Really good one. What do I think about Dr. Ken Berry? I've heard the name. I actually don't know who that is. I don't know that person's content. Is he a keto guy? Like, I've seen people mention his name when it comes to fat, I think. I do not actually know who he is. Well, I know he's a doctor, but I've gotten the impression from people's comments that he kind of is in the same vein of what we talk about. But I haven't seen his content yet. His delivery is way different. Why? He doesn't say what? He doesn't talk about going balls deep. He doesn't talk about going balls deep. How dare you?
I don't believe you people.
Jeez. How do you not?
What do you mean, you people?
How do you not go balls deep? Dr. Ken Berry doesn't go balls deep. Oh, he's a hardcore keto person. I don't think keto is for everyone. I don't think that's for always either. You might dip into ketosis, but I think, look, for me lifting weights, I can't do ketosis. I've tried it. It was really not the thing for me. It just wasn't for me. See keto, like, it's really hard to actually be in ketosis. A lot of people think they're doing keto and they're nowhere close to being keto. If you really want to do keto properly, you have to wear a continuous glucose monitor and really learn how your body reacts to sugar. And you'll find that things that you would never think about spiking your sugar or glucose would kick you out of ketosis. So anyway, to each their own, but it can definitely help you lose weight. And it's definitely a good look. Food quality, number one. Then you play around with the macros and figure out what works best for you. Anyone who says go to the gym and eat a steak is good with me. Let's fucking go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. All right, now you just got me amped up. It's time to go balls deep. Let's fucking do it.
That's deep.
That's fucking deep. No one goes as deep as we do. That's what the Mancast is for. If you really want to go deep, you got to go deep with Pop and the Fam. Remember, before we go any further, treat fat people like people. Treat fat people like people. To the hand sign. I'm not saying boo. If you're listening, you're like, oh my God, Papa Swole doesn't want to treat fat people like people. I think you should. I just don't think you should be justifying obesity and making weird strong hand signs. Let me use my strong hand. Let me use my strong hand. All right, here we go. Let's get into this first. We got a couple videos. Let's get into this one first. We got to clear this out of the folder. We got one from Dr. Colleen Reichman. Dr. Colleen Reichman to the main stage. Dr. Colleen, I was going to pull a Bill Clinton. Dr. Colleen Reichman to the main stage. Dr. Colleen Reichman. All right, she writes, raise your hand if you are officially over no excuses and no days off fitness culture mentality. Man, you know you're a huge pussy if you're angry about no excuses and no days off. You know you're a huge bitch if you are against that. Oh my God. People really want to try hard. People want to not be average. People want to work out. Take no days off. No days off. Doesn't mean you lift heavy every day. My God. Fitness culture mentality. You know you're not in shape when? Seriously. You know you're not in shape. You know you're a chunker if you're angry about people that exercise every day. Jesus Christ. Can you imagine? Raise your hand if you're officially over. I'm just so over no excuses. I'm so over, quote, no days off. Wow. Wow. All right, let's read this caption because my hand is raised as high as it can go right now. Jesus Christ. It hurts, right?
That's a huge bitch.
I think that healing our relationship with movement. Heal your relationship with movement. Should heal your relationship with Twinkies first. Can oftentimes be the most convoluted and difficult parts of recovery. Part of this is because how specific mentality about movement is lauded in this culture. Toxic fitness culture can be so loud with this no excuses BS. The truth is, sometimes exercise is not the healthiest choice. For who? This country is like 75 to 80% overweight or obese. I think pretty much across the board, exercise is the healthiest choice. Maybe there's a couple exceptions with like someone who like doesn't have feet, but they can do like an arm, upper body ergometer. Come on, stop making excuses for people that are so fucking unhealthy. Give me a break. Sometimes rest is healthier. Yo, we have an obesity epidemic. Why do you think people are dropping like flies from the flu? Why do you think we have so many problems in this country? Why there's so much, it's so taxing on everyone's mental health is in the gutter because they eat garbage food and don't exercise and stare at their phones all fucking day. People don't move. They don't get sunlight. They don't eat properly. Why is our healthcare system, sick care system so taxed? Because people are fucking sick. Sometimes rest is healthier. Jesus Christ. Just because both can be true, sometimes rest is healthier. That's vague, but most of the time it's not. Most of the time people are resting too much. Sometimes time with friends and family is healthier. These things have nothing to do with one another. I'm not going to exercise today because time with friends and family is going to be healthier for me today. It's not going to be healthier. It's going to be, they're both good. Why can't you do both? These people keep on trying to leverage fitness as if you have to either you work out or you spend time with friends and family. If you work out, you can't spend time with friends and family. Why can't you fucking do both? How many of you exercise and still spend time with your kids? How many of you exercise and still spend time with your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend? Okay, you can do both. We have Jeremy over here saying he's training with his son. It's like both, same time. Same, but different. Sometimes an extended break from regimented forms of movement altogether is healthier. Jesus Christ, keep adding syllables. It's going to make you sound smarter. Regimented forms of movement. You know you're a fat fuck when you call exercise regimented forms of movement. For example, I have been on pelvic rest for the past 8 months or so, and most traditional regimented forms of movement have been off limits. What's healthiest for me right now is slowness and rest. Oh, so you are frustrated because you feel fat and lazy, so you're telling everyone else that sometimes rest is healthier. You're on pelvic rest. Okay, so you had a kid, I suppose, or whatever the hell's going on? Just because you have been told by your doctors to not exercise doesn't mean that everyone should be taking regimented forms of rest. She's trying to make herself feel better about not exercising or not moving. So keep going with that hypocrisy there. Nice try, champ. So she feels pressure from fitness culture because she knows she should be moving, but I'm on pelvic rest. I have never heard that term. Pelvic rest. Pressure from fitness culture is everywhere these days, but what I always try to remind folks is that exercise isn't neurochemically innocent for all people. I can't.
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
Exercise isn't neurochemically innocent. Can someone tell me what the fuck that means? Because I certainly don't. Exercise is not neurochemically innocent. How can you say so many words and say so little, Colleen? The fuck are you talking about? What in the fuck? Has anyone else heard of pelvic rest? Anyone? For many, movement can become compulsive, a personal punishment for eating a guilt-induced regimen for trying to find worth. I'm about to throw up my mouth. And it takes some time, work, and patience to untangle this and create a healthier relationship with movement. Oh, create your relationships. Keep on talking. It's not making you healthier. It just makes you really sad.
Matt Damon.
God damn it. The more you say doesn't, just because you're saying a lot of words doesn't mean you're not saying anything. You're speaking, you're typing, but you're not saying anything. Seriously. What does that mean? What in the actual fuck does that mean? Exercise isn't neurochemically innocent for all people? I don't know what the fuck that means. You
fucking people.
I don't know what the fuck that means. And no one else does. Don't pretend like you do, because you don't. Pelvic rest. Sounds like she needs some pelvic penetration. I'm just saying. Saying. Oh, come on, Joe. Be nice. Be nice.
How dare you?
Yeah, you don't get any. You got to start shaving your armpits and stuff. Dudes aren't a fan of that. You smell like tofu. All right. All right, fam. Hit that like button. Remember, leave us a review. Apple Podcasts, Spotify. It's the Daily fucking Swole, beaches. It's the Falcon. It's the Falcon. It's the Falcon. Hashtag Tainty Magooch for a chance to win today's Swole card. But I think we know where this Swole card's going today. I think you do. All right, let's take a couple videos. We got 3 videos. Which one do you want, fam? Number 1, number 2, or number 3? Drop in the comments down below. What you got? What you got, fam?
Wait, your bigger stickers? Here's a this.
Come on. Number 1, number 2, or number 3? Choose your adventure. Choose your adventure. It's Tainty Tuesday. Choose your adventure. What is it going to be? Maddie. Let's take Maddie. Let's take Maddie. Number 2. Number 2. Number 2. Now batting. Okay. Number 2 is... We got a small fat on our hands.
What's in the box?
Let's see.
So, in one of my other videos, I used the term small fat. I got a lot of responses to that, and I realized that it's probably because most people haven't heard that term before. So,
do you know why? Do you know why people haven't heard the term small fat? It's because it is ridiculous. You're fat. A small fat? In other words, there are so many people that are so much fatter than you, you're actually classifying and justifying your obesity because you're not quite as obese as other people. Imagine it's like, well, you know, I'm fine the way I am because I'm better or more successful than some people below me. Talk about being average. Talk about trying as hard as you can to not put in any effort. Well, I'm really obese compared to people that are healthy, but there's so many people that are fatter than me. I'm just a small fat. So it makes people think that they're thin or they're smaller or they're like less fat because there are people that are worse off than them. That's a great mindset.
I don't know, fatness exists on a spectrum. So fat people have created...
Fatness exists on a spectrum. So does retardation.
Terminology that will help explain the different parts of the spectrum a little bit better. This is a little easy chart made by fatlip.ash on Instagram.
This chart keeps on coming back. Fatlip.ash. Fatlip. This fucking chart. The fatness spectrum. This fucking chart.
This is a little easy chart made by fatlip.ash on Instagram. A small fat is a 1 to 2x or lower than an 18, basically. So a small fat is a...
So a small fat means obese. A small fat is obese. You're a 1 to 2x.
1 to 2x typically, and they're an 18 or lower, usually between a 14 and an 18. And because these people are the smallest, they're typically the more acceptable type of fat.
Okay.
They're also usually the ones at the forefront of the body positivity or fat liberation movement because the smaller you are, the more privilege you have over the people who are larger than you.
The more privilege you have. You're not quite as much of a victim. I would tell you that the reason why the small fats are at the front of the body positivity movement is that they're the ones that can move. If you are super fat, you're not getting off the couch. You're not moving. That's why the small fats, quote unquote, are at the front of the movement because they're the only ones that can still fucking walk.
Mid-fat, which is a 2 to 3x, which is usually the highest sizes that most mainstream brands carry in a plus size.
How horrible is that? So you have a company called Torrid that makes fat clothing. So rather than be 2X or 3X or legitimately say it like it is, a 20 to a 24, you say, well, you're only a 2 or a 3. So it makes obese women feel like they're in shape again because it just renames it. You can change the label on your pants. If it still is big enough to cover a king size bed, it is what it is.
Really sorry, but I have to make a part 2 to explain the rest.
No, you don't have to. We've seen this before.
Matt Damon.
All right. Well, there's that. All right. Now we got 2 left. Pick a number between 1 and 2. You
fucking people.
Oh my God.
Ever served in a forward area?
All right. Pick a number between 1 and 2. A number between 1 and 2. Aren't these insane? And a lot of you have been obese, or you might currently be obese, but you're not in denial about it. You have to be logical. You have to really look and be like, look, this is where I am right now. But you have the right mentality. You're here. You're not putting up with bullshit. You're not making excuses anymore. And you're welcome here. I don't care. I'm not like repulsed, like, oh my God, you're obese. Okay. It's not your fault. Maybe you were raised poorly, right? And you were told lies about how you can just eat whatever the fuck you want. You had issues and your parents gave you junk food. And yeah, it's not, these things shouldn't exist, but they do because of marketing, capitalism, which is great. But at the same time, you're not educated properly. So it might not have been your fault, but it's your responsibility to make these changes now. Stop blaming everyone else for it, right? All right, we got 1. Let's do number 1. This is called, we have to liberate. Fat liberation. Fat liberation. Liberate.
Come on, stop whining.
Liberate the fat. We have to free it because it's locked down. The fat's in Guantanamo. We must let them free.
I don't know what came over me yesterday where I decided that I finally...
What's going on with your face? This is not Avatar. It doesn't make you look better. It makes you look fucking weird. What is going on with your face? If you're just listening to this, she has like these weird dots by her nose and these blue circles on her eyelids. What the fuck? Why is your hair brown? I feel like it should be like lavender or something.
I don't know what came over me yesterday where I decided that I finally wanted to give my opinion on the term midsize. I'm going to give a little bit of some observations from yesterday, but let me say something first. I am not body positive. I am fat positive, and I support...
What the fuck is the difference?
Fat liberation.
Oh.
End of story.
Oh, fat's not imprisoned. Fat's not imprisoned. There's no fat genocide. There's no attack on fat people. You know why? You know how I know? It's because like 80% of the population's fat. Overweight or obese. So what are you liberating? What are you liberating? You liberating your fatness from your clothes that no longer fit you? Like it's not, is the fat in prison? Where what are you talking about? You have carts at Walmart that are made for people that can't walk. If you're really fat, you can sit on a cart and roll around. Like this whole world is revolving around obesity and like keeping people obese. What are you talking about? What are you liberating? You're not in prison. The fat is free. It's too free. You have freedom to do what you want. But again, this is like your own delusion. You're trying to change reality. Like you're still going to be unhealthy. It's your choice if you want to be fat.
Half of the folks commenting were just glad to hear that there actually was other language available to them that is rooted in fat liberation.
That there's other language out there. Let's just keep on creating words. Keep on creating words. There's other language out there. These people just want to change the words and make it seem like their situation changed. If you just use the word fat liberation and you wear clothing that changes the clothing size, so instead of saying 35, it says 1, again, doesn't change what it is, doesn't change reality. You ever see that Seinfeld where Jerry changed his pant size from 33 or 32 to a 31 or something like that? It doesn't change the size of the jeans or the pants. It's still the same. Still the fucking same.
The other half of commenters are straight-sized white women who seem to be just really invested in arguing that they face oppression in some way. The fat spectrum and fat liberation are about actual societal oppressions.
No, they're not. No, it's not. You're making things up. It's not about anything. It's about actual things that you made up.
By fat people, not just the ways that you are made to feel about your body because we live in a fat-phobic society.
No, we don't. You're making this up. It's not a fat phobic society. It is just logic and common sense and science. We know that it's unhealthy. We know that insulin resistance kills people and it leads to almost every single disease. It's a huge cause of all these problems: processed oils, processed carbohydrates, junk food, not getting enough sunlight, not exercising, not meditating, high stress environment, pollution. All these things are detrimental. All these chemicals in household cleaners, fragrances, phthalates, plastics, everything. You have to customize your environment. So stop saying that you just change the language and everything's going to change. Call yourself whatever the fuck you want. You're still going to get diabetes.
Let me be clear. You can face personal hardships in your life and also still benefit from different types of privilege, just like when people talk about racism. I'm just really curious about
because being fat and racism is the same thing. Because being fat has anything to do with racism. No, being fat is a choice. If you're black, if you're Caucasian, if you're Asian, you don't choose that. You come out of someone's vagina of no choosing of your own. Okay? Being fat is your fucking choice. It's your lifestyle habits. It's your responsibility.
Women in my comment sections who are putting so much energy into advocating for the word midsize instead of working against fat phobia.
Yeah, keep on working against it. You know why? Because fat phobia is the boogeyman and the fight never stops. So keep on grifting. Grifter's going to grift, right? Grifter's going to grift. That's what activists will do. I'm telling you, that's what activists will do. They're activists. So they always have to be active. They always need to have an oppressor. That's what Marxism is. There's always an oppressed class. So there's always going to be something else. They're going to maintain it. They don't want it to be fixed. Imagine if everything was fixed, they would complain about something else. Okay? It's never enough. Give a mouse a cookie, it's going to want a glass of milk. So these types of oppressed bullshit arguments never go away. You know why? Because then they'd have nothing else to do. They'd have nothing else to get. They'll find something else to complain about. They don't want these things to go away. All these racism grifters, right? The white privilege and, racist baby and all this kind of stuff. Ibram X. Kendi and Robin DiAngelo, they don't want anything solved. No, they are grifting. They're trying to create more racism because they can keep on selling books and selling speaking engagements. This is what's going on right now. It's a complete fucking grift. We're in the best age of our society. It's on the downswing, but we can turn this around. That's what happens when you have things so easy. When you have amazing technology, you have easily accessible food, people just start creating conflict because they don't have any purpose in life. Shocker. They get fucking bullshit fat liberation degrees, and women's studies and garbage fucking feminist degrees in school. They don't learn anything that of tangible value, and they go out and complain, and they just try to use being fat as some kind of like virtue shield. Look at me, I'm fighting for fat oppression. That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. Why are you defending being unhealthy? That's fucked up. Truly is fucked up. All right, let's take a little intermission.
Fuck is wrong with you? Get off your ass right now and go to the fucking gym.
You get out of the gym. Yeah. Just get right out of there. Get. You gotta be mean to people. And no more protein shakes.
And no more protein shakes. No more protein shakes. You get out of the gym. Get. Our mascot. He's like a little mascot. Okay, we got one more. We got a Stitch. What's this called? This video is called Stitch Body Positivity. Stitch Body Positivity. What does that mean?
I didn't know they stacked shit that high.
That's what we got here.
What's in the box?
All right.
But what's not body positive is when you're 400 to 500 to...
All right, hold on. So there's some text on the screen. Fat girl in a bikini. What's TW mean? I forget that acronym. It says, or you are 60 to 70 to 80 pounds and deathly skinny is not body positive. So this is a Stitch. So some other girl made this video. Let's see.
But what's not body positive is when you're 400 to 500 to 600 pounds and like visibly decaying. That's not body positivity.
Agreed.
No one on this app who comments on fat bodies or what foods people are eating actually give any kind of a shit about someone's health.
I'm going to stop you right there. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm going to say what I'm going to say. Whether or not you do it is none of my fucking business. I have my beliefs. I have my opinions. You don't have to do it. Anyone that says anything doesn't give a fuck. Fine. They don't have to give a fuck. What if they do? What if they don't? Is that going to change the fact that you're putting a Twinkie in your mouth and not exercising and staying inside like a goddamn cave troll? It's your responsibility no matter what. So it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant.
They don't. Because if they cared about someone's health, they would also care about that person's mental health. You know, I've done a
You need to care about your own mental health. Okay? People can't handle the truth and can't handle reality because they were raised in safe spaces, making parents raising them to hide from fucking words as if words are violence, which they're not. Just because you're a sensitive beast doesn't mean that it's not true. So just because you can't handle life and you can't handle the internet doesn't mean that it's not true. That's on you. If you take offense, that's your situation. That's your problem. You shouldn't be online then.
lives on this app. And
you shouldn't be online.
Before I knew that you couldn't smoke on lives, I had a few cigarettes on lives. Did anyone talk about the fact that I was possibly giving myself cancer?
I don't know. Probably. Did anyone talk? Oh, it's someone else's responsibility for you not to smoke. It's someone's responsibility to tell you that you shouldn't be smoking. What the fuck are you talking about? This is a terrible, terrible, terrible straw man.
On me about the side effects of smoking? No. Did they comment on my weight? Yeah.
You know why? It's because you're not healthy. You're smoking and you're obese. Both are bad. You are really pushing yourself off a cliff.
You are not concerned that someone's weight is causing them to be unhealthy. You are concerned.
You should be. What does that have to do with anything?
That despite them being overweight, they might love themselves.
Oh my God, this is a minute? Okay, I'm going to stop this all the time. Look, it doesn't matter. They might love themselves. That's fine. You can love yourself and still get diabetes. You can love yourself and still have a heart attack. That's irrelevant. If you are too sensitive to be online, you should not be online. It doesn't matter what anyone else says. This is like you are trying to control or you are trying to adjust what other people say. Worry about yourself because you obviously aren't. If you are smoking, if you're a smoker and you're obese, you obviously don't fucking care. You might love yourself. Okay, well, that's going to wear off quick when you have a supplemental oxygen tank or you drop dead from a heart attack. Have fun loving yourself in the afterlife because that's where you're headed. There aren't many, if any, obese people, obese after 60, 70-year-olds because they die. They die. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. That's the point. Do they care if you get in shape or not? They don't have to. You need to. Why don't you? That's the question that should be asked. It's the only thing that matters. Why don't you care? Why don't you care?
And you don't. Now, do you really think berating someone online about their weight is the best way to get them to lose weight?
Irrelevant.
Or can we all agree that loving yourself and wanting to nurture yourself and look after your body because you love yourself might be a better route?
That's a better route. How come you don't do that? Again, I'm waiting for an answer.
And you say that 400 pounds and up, that's no longer body positivity.
300 pounds and up is not body positivity. 250. For most people, 200 pounds. For a woman, for most people, most heights, 200 pounds is not body positivity. Oh, don't do that.
How much do I weigh?
Too much.
Come on, I want a number.
Too much.
And it better be accurate.
I don't know how tall you are.
Because if you're setting a limit to body positivity with a weight, you better be able to accurately tell someone's weight from afar.
You're supposed to accurately tell their weight. That's why we have scales. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
This is the first bikini I ever owned. And I love this bikini because it reminds me of the time that I decided to start loving myself. Okay. It reminds me of the time that I decided that I was worthy of things. It reminds me of the time that I first realised I look fucking hot.
Chicks will dig you, or dudes, or whatever gender thing you're into.
Well, that's a subjective opinion, is it not? You could tell yourself whatever you want. I strongly disagree. Doesn't change your health at all.
I'm sorry that your insecurities find that a really triggering statement for me to love myself, but I promise you.
It's none of my business whether or not you love yourself. That's irrelevant. Again, it doesn't matter. What does that have to do with anything? If you love yourself, wouldn't you be taking care of yourself? You're not making sense. You are saying your actions do not match what you are saying. You're justifying being obese. I look hot. That's subjective. No one cares. Some people like fat women. Most people don't. It is what it is because it's not healthy. It's not vibrant. It's not something that like entices, like, ooh, this is a viable person to reproduce with. Those aren't the signals that are put out there. Okay, because why are you overweight? Why are you obese? Because you're not eating properly. You don't take care of your health. Morbidity is not attractive to most people. Your self-love, that's fine. That's great. I'm happy for you. If that's true, usually that's a cover, and that's just cognitive dissonance and denial. You're saying that to yourself enough times that you think you believe it, but you're really not happy. You would be happier, wouldn't you? You're going to say no because you want to take the other side of the argument, but you'll feel better. You'll be able to move better. You'll live longer, most likely. You'll be able to do more things. You'll be able to enjoy your bikinis the same way. That's fine. I'm not playing the subjective beauty game or I look hot. That's subjective. I disagree, but that's my opinion. I have my right to my opinion. You have your right to your opinion. And your opinion for your body, it does matter more, but it doesn't change your health. It doesn't change the facts. It doesn't change whether or not you are, I don't know, heading down a road of cancer, heart disease, diabetes, other types of
as soon as you
metabolic
stop
syndromes.
concerning yourself with other people's bodies and other people's weight and start looking at yourself. No.
Take your own advice. Take your own advice. Take your own advice. Why don't you stop worrying about what other people are saying about your body and take care of yourself? See, I'm a different place because I do take care of myself. I'm putting this shit out there with the podcast and all the content in order to wake people up. I'm under no illusion that most people are going to watch that and be like, fuck that, I'm going to eat pizza. Fine. I'll talk about it in a second.
Stating that obesity is healthy. But if you hate yourself and you lower your standards, you're opening yourself up to a world of people who will abuse you and you'll thank them for it. I want you to think of a person you really hate. Would you put in the time 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year to help them, to make them better? Would you do that?
No.
While you think about that, I'm just going to keep existing in my bikini.
Yeah, keep existing. Good luck with that. It's not my... What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I want you to think of a person you really hate. Would you put in the time? 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to help them, make them better for people I hate? No, I wouldn't do that for anyone. I do that for myself. Why the fuck is it my responsibility to hold someone's hand to make fundamental life choices? What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, woman? It's not my responsibility. No, I absolutely would not. 365 days a year, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. That's for me. I would not do that for anyone else, period. Especially someone I hate. What the fuck are you talking about? That's your responsibility, Bish. Wow. This is what's out there, fam. This is what's out there. Holy
Boom shakalaka!
Crap. That had nothing to do with anything. These types of arguments are literally just trying to say words to make you feel bad about yourself. In other words, because I'm telling people to be healthy, I'm a bad person. Why don't I just worry about myself instead of worry what other people are doing? How about I encourage people to realize that they are in control of their lives, that they can make these positive changes? How about that? Because they might not have been told that by their parents. They certainly weren't taught that in school. The government's not going to fucking tell that. Mainstream media is not going to tell them that. Someone needs to. So I'm putting that out there. Whether or not it sticks, hey, look, if you throw, you're not going to hit the bullseye every time. You throw things every once in a while, it sticks. If 1 million people see my content and 10 people out of 1 million unlocks like, holy shit, he's right, I need to change my life, then it's working. Yeah, I have no illusion that it's going to stop people from eating garbage. Oh, if you want to see something crazy. So there's a clip from, I think it was 2015. I don't have the video here. It's on TikTok. So go on the Daily Swole TikTok page, not the last video, but the one before. It's got like 60 or 70 something thousand views or something like that. It was about calories in, calories out. And just go look at the comments because it's a clip from the show. You all know these are clips. So it's not the full context. But of course, I'm saying calories in, calories out is bullshit. Not that it doesn't exist, but of course, food quality is paramount. And just watch everyone in the comments just be like, Big miss, another L. Man, this guy just fucking talks. Yeah, calories in, calories out. Law of thermodynamics, bro. Calories in, calories out. It's all that matters. I've seen videos where people just ate only McDonald's and they lost weight. Most people they're so disconnected from what they do every day. They're so disconnected from what food actually does to their body. People they grasp at straws. They will say whatever they possibly can to deny the fact that the choices that they make are impacting their health. They want to believe they can eat anything they want as long as they have a calculator, they can be healthy. It's fucking ridiculous. Go look in those comments. It's really sad, but it just goes to show when you're here and you've done an elimination diet and you realize the impact, not that calories don't matter or they don't exist, but if you are focusing on food quality, then your issue with overeating, all these issues with counting and micromanaging, it really doesn't factor in. You'll eat properly, you'll eat to your satisfaction, and you'll lose fat, you'll build muscle. You don't have to sit there with a fucking calculator and mark every goddamn thing. How do I know that? Because I do it myself. I eat whatever I want of the foods that work best for me. I never count my calories. I also have been doing it for a long time. And I'm very consistent, so I can make those micro changes without having to be, super ridiculous about it. People like calories and they like to count shit because humans like to have calendars. We like to have some type of organization in a world of chaos. We don't know why we're here on Earth and just a random thing. We're trying to create order, in our lives. So we just imagine that, these calories matter. We have to live within these numbers of like how many adding and subtracting, and the actual contents don't fucking matter. It's all about just the calorie number. It's all about the macros. That's it. Just count them. Subtract 5 as if anything is that cut and dry. Are you living in a test tube? Are you living in a vacuum where everything can be measured down to what kind of life is that? It's just the denial. It's really ridiculous. Once you've done an elimination diet, all that calories in, calories out, it blows up in your face. And I've always said this, and a lot of times the clips or the shock value would be like, stop your fucking calories in, calories out. It's bullshit. My true thoughts are that it exists. Calories exist. Sure, energy balance exists. It's not as perfect as people think it is. There are a lot of other factors. In other words, it's a close second. Food quality is number one. And then when you have that locked down, if you want to count more, you still feel like you need to count. You really don't need to, in my opinion. You can. But don't sacrifice quality for counting fucking calories. That's not the answer. And it doesn't work, which is why most people fail with that. And why most people you might lose fat, but that doesn't mean you're healthy. Doesn't mean your gut's doing well. Doesn't mean your skin quality is well. Doesn't mean you're not sleep. Doesn't mean you're sleeping well. Doesn't mean you're, it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. All right. Rant over. Swole card. Make sure you're leaving us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, thedailyswole.com for all the links, podcast. By the way, just a reminder, we've talked about this before, and I'm going to start mentioning it again. Posting a lot of content on other platforms. Remember, we got a couple other podcasts. So just like the Telegram groups, if you want to check out the other content, if you want to check out some social, political stuff, check out the Red, White, and Swole podcast. Been doing little daily Red, White, and Swole nuggets over there. Check out the audio experience and the Swolenormous Procast. Just whatever podcast app you use, type in Swolenormous and you'll see all 4 of the shows. But make sure you go and check that out. Red, White, and Swole, been consistent every single day with a little bit of an update. So check that out as well. Also, this coming December 29th, 6 p.m. Eastern time, Beaches. We got a Swole Year release party. Mark your calendars, Beaches. Mark your calendars over there at swolenormousx.com. Swole Year release party, Wednesday, December 29th, 6 p.m. Eastern time. We will recap 2021 and look forward into 2022 with some big-ass releases and some awesome time. It's always fun. Fuck New Year's resolutions. Fuck January 1st. And New Year's, we start early. We always do. Wednesday, December 29th, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Be there or be a fucking jabroni. Let's see. Just explain that, but Eric, saw your TikTok about calories in, calories out being a scam. Curious why you think that, considering its thermodynamics. Weight loss is in fact calories in, calories out. I literally just explained that. Food quality is more important. The reason why people are obsessed with calories in, calories out is because they struggle losing fat and they think that you're born, you're not born with a calculator in your hand. So the problem is not that it doesn't matter. It is bullshit. focusing and obsessing over calories in, calories out is a scam. It's misdirection. It's a confusion. It's not leading people down the path of actual health and wellness. It's focused only on weight loss. Like gaining weight and losing weight is the only thing about health. And this is where there's a lot of crossover. There's agreement with maybe fat acceptance or health at every size, because that's bullshit fundamentally. But gaining weight and losing weight is not the be all end all of health. So for example, at my height, I could be 205. I could be 195. If I'm 195, am I going to live 10 more years? Fluctuating 5 or 10 pounds or within a range of X body fat or going between 11% or 13% body fat is not going to make a fucking difference. It really isn't. You can't quantify that. There's really no way to make that argument. Now, when it comes to the calories in, calories out scam, my purpose for saying that, of course, when I post a clip on TikTok, it's going to be a 60-second clip from a 2-hour podcast and things I talk about every single day. So a lot of that is for shock value. I don't over edit those clips. I just fucking post. I don't care. I don't care what people think. It's taken out of context because it's a clip. And if you want to go through 2,000 episodes, be my guest. We have it all. I know my intent and I know what's out there. So the scam is telling people that they can eat whatever they want as long as it's within their macros or within their caloric limits, because you can eat 1,800 calories of McDonald's, but you're getting zero nutrient value. You're getting a lot of preservatives, getting a lot of processed oils and carbohydrates that actually have been shown to lead to diabetes and Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, all these other issues, because these are things that do not belong in our body. They're industrial waste products that are used very cheaply from corn and soy that are used to maximize profit margins, not feed a human body with nutrient dense foods. So my point with calories in, calories out is not that calories don't exist, but that should not be the main focus. That's not first and foremost. Quality comes before quantity. You should be focusing on quality foods. Do an elimination diet, figure out which foods work best for you, and then you can observe your caloric intake and then adjust as necessary. Most people have a problem with overeating, eating too much. And I'll say it 1,000 times again. If you're eating quality foods, you're going to have a much harder time, even without counting and eating as much as you want until you feel stuffed. You're going to have a hard time overeating your caloric limit. So most people have an issue with overconsumption and gaining too much fat. If you're eating quality foods, you do not, in most cases, have to be as anal or be as quantitative about it. You can focus on the quality foods, focus on your habits, focus on your 7 pillars, focus on getting plenty of sleep, drinking enough water, getting your nutrient density, training hard, all your proper recovery, meditation. And if you want to observe and adjust your caloric intake, it's much easier. Most people have an issue with overeating. If you do an elimination diet, you focus on food quality, you focus on that ancestral way of eating, your cravings are going to be gone. You're going to feel better. You're going to have more strength. You're going to build more muscle. You're going to be able to eat more food and not gain extra body fat. Because if you're building muscle, your metabolic rate increases. You're able to eat more and more and more and lose extra fat. This is why I always tell women, lift more weight, build more muscle, and then you don't have to be like, well, I'm doing cardio and eating 1,200 calories a day of fucking pickles and chicken salad. It's like, that's why you're fucking miserable and binge eating, because you're starving yourself. If you're lifting weights and bulking up and building lean tissue as a woman, let's say you'll maintain at 1,800 calories. Let's say you put on 10, 15 pounds of muscle. Well, now you'll maintain around 2,500 calories, throwing a number out there. Imagine, how are you going to overeat a female trying to stuff more than 2,500 calories of solid quality food? Good fucking luck. Good luck. You build more muscle, you can eat more food, and you'll be more satisfied. And that's the fact. That's the goddamn truth. So that's the longer aspect. And whenever I post those videos on TikTok, and I appreciate the question, Eric, I'm well aware that people are like, no. Oh, this is a big loss, big miss. You're a liar. You're blah, 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 blah. You don't know anything about science. Tell me you know nothing. I know what I know. Why do you think this fucking Swole fam is so damn great? Why do we have hundreds and thousands of fucking success stories? Because it fucking works. Most people are living in the matrix when it comes to politics, social issues, when it comes to fitness, nutrition, healthy lifestyle. Most people are completely oblivious about everything. So I don't take offense to it. I know what my intent is, and I know what the real message is. And if you really want the full deal, like you did, Eric, you show up on the podcast, you ask questions, you check out the content. Most people are going to see a 30, 45-second clip of me ranting into a microphone and then make all their judgments, but it is what it is, all right? Most people are going to do that anyway, regardless of what you do. So that was a good rant. Fuck yeah. Clip that, motherfuckers. I appreciate the detailed response. How often do you personally eat processed foods? I don't. And what do you mean by processed foods? Like soda or ice cream? I don't. I mean, I eat, God, tons of food. So today I had, this morning I had bone marrow. I had some raw bone marrow. I had some raw beef liver. I had my avocado. I had maybe 6, 8 ounces, 8 ounces maybe. I actually don't know, maybe 8 or 10 ounces of ribeye. I had some, organ supplements. What else did I have? That was it. I had a cup of coffee. I'm going to train. I'm going to smash some more steak, sweet potatoes afterwards. So, I mean, I have no need for processed foods. If I want something sweet, guess what? We have like dehydrated grass-fed beef jerky that we just made. It came out fantastic, by the way, fam. Came out fantastic. So I'll have to add the dehydrator to my Amazon store. It's fucking great. Oh, it's fucking great. I'll tell you what, I like fast food, packaged sugar. I don't, never. I used to. And this is why I talk so passionately about it, because I used to pound Sour Patch Kids all the time. I used to, but I'm also a human being. And when I try some different things and I learn how to improve my health, and I learn objective benefits and improvements, I go all in. I change. I'm fine with changing my opinion and changing my approach. I don't try to hide that. I think it's great. In other words, I have perspective. So I know what it's like to give up that shit. I know how much better I feel. So I think it gives even more credibility and authenticity because, yeah, it's out there. You can see videos of me eating that shit. It's fucking garbage. It's fucking trash. So anyway, you want sugary snacks? For example, we have dried pineapple and dried mango. You think I need Sour Patch Kids? I just eat some dried mango. It's fucking amazing. And it's real. It's real fucking food. No high fructose corn syrup, no garbage, artificial flavorings and food colorings and stuff. I feel amazing. Wow, that's impressive. I bet you feel amazing day to day, not eating anything like that. I need to learn to cook better, so I eat less processed stuff. Yeah, and and again, it's a journey. It doesn't happen overnight. But check out the content, Eric, on the elimination diet. If you go to swolenormousx.com, our website, we have memberships and stuff. You can look into that, but check out at the top. There's also the 7 Pillars ebooks. Like you can check out the blog. There's free content over there. You can learn a little bit more about the mentality. The 7 Pillars are the best place to start. You'll see the free downloads, and also in the links down below, you'll see the free downloads. So check it out. I feel better and I look better than I have in my entire life. I've been training for 20 years and I literally am the strongest. I feel the best. I sleep the best. I'm only trying to share what I know. It's a fucking scam. That's why I say calories in, calories out is a scam. And when I say calories in, calories out is a scam, again, the scam is not the laws of thermodynamics. All right. I'm not going against the laws of physics here. The mentality that that's the most important thing to focus on is the scam, because most fitness professionals, in quotes, are only focusing on that shit. That's the scam. It's misdirection. It's not the best place to start. That's the problem. That's the problem. Okay, we got a Swole card to give away. Motherfuckers. Don't forget when you go over to swolenormousx.com, use code SWOLE20 for an extra $20 off your unlimited memberships. Fuck your resolution season, still going strong, but make sure you use that code. Save an extra $20 off your sign up. It's just more incentive to start and join the fam. Code SWOLE20. Go get you some over there at swolenormousx.com. We have a Swole card to give away. I think you know where it's about to go. Hey, you know. Who we got? Who we got here? We got a fucking Swole card winner. You know who it is. It's the fucking Jeremy fam. It's the Jeremy fam. You fucking know. What a great post. Get the fuck out of here. Well, get the fuck out of here. Jeremy, if you're still watching, congratulations. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 2027, the subject, your mailing address, and the body of the fucking email. Congratulations. Congratulations. What a great fucking post. What a great post. If you missed it, go back, rewind, and listen or watch it again. It's fucking great. Fantastic. Congratulations, Jeremy, and keep us posted. Make sure you take those before and afters. Same boxers or shorts, shirt off, front, side, rear, same lighting, same distance from the camera, as close to the same as possible. Save those pictures, because once you and your son lose the weight, you might want to share them. At least you can look at them yourself and see how far you've come. So make sure you do that. Don't forget. Everyone regrets it when they don't. Like, oh, I wish I took pictures. Because when you're obese and you feel like shit, you don't want to show, you don't want to take a picture and be like, oh, look at me. But when you look back, you're going to be so proud because you're not going to see those little micro changes. You'll look back in a few months and be like, holy shit. You see that contrast and you realize, man, you see yourself in the mirror every day. You don't see those little tiny changes. If you believe in the scam, I have some Dominion election results to sell you. Too soon? Let's see. Before we nut the beach, Kim, Papa's speaking facts. When I shifted my focus from quantity to quality, my results really started showing up and I physically feel better every day, mentally better, 1000% too. I'm so glad to hear it. I'm telling you, look, I wouldn't be spewing this shit if I didn't think, look, people are going to do calories in, calories out. People are still going to try to eat their protein bars and eat their protein cookies and try to, measure their calories and eat shit at Thanksgiving and measure how much ice cream they have. People are going to live in this weird, obsessive, like, oh, I can only have a couple scoops. It's like, my God, unplug from this fucking addiction and eat your fucking fruit, eat your beef, enjoy real goddamn food. Train hard. Like, it'll change your life. That unplugs you from the matrix. That unplugs you from this shit. Looking at the back of packages, how many calories, one serving, weighing it out. Fuck that. Fuck that. I've done it before. Fuck that shit. It's no way to live. It's no way to live. I appreciate you so much, Swole. Oh, thank you, Wax. I appreciate it. We love you too. Let's see. Eric, I lost 20 pounds before I took pictures, down 75 now, and wish I took pictures day one. I know. Good for you, dude. Good for you. I'm telling you. Jen, I haven't done artificial protein over 2 years. All those sweeteners are migraine triggers and taste like chalk. Give me all the steak. Oh. All right, fam. Damn right. Let's nut this beach. Falcon, take us away. What a great man cast. Awesome job, fam. Congratulations, Jeremy. Send us that email. You boosh. You fucking.
I don't know how to put this, but kind of a big deal.
Can't be at least mildly interesting, then shut the hell up. Shampoo my crotch.
Well, thank you so much, fam, for joining me for episode 2027. 2027, my God. Feels like it was just 27 days ago that it was Swole 2K. Wow. 2027. Oh.
I'm your huckleberry. That's just my dream.
Make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night.
Get that record player out, bitches. Okay, Grandpa.
He's on fire!
What the hell kind of country is this where I can only hate a man if he's white?
The attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room
on fire!
Is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
I was kidding! And by the way, I sit on the stage, and to get hot, I got hairy legs that turn that turned blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it would straight, and then watch the hair come back up again.
Whipped it out. It's in the core. Oh, yeah, there you go. Round of applause. Fucking nailed it. And again, that thick, meaty vein has hit no keys but the one intended. That tactical piano cock is on fucking point. Nailed it, didn't I, Falcon? Didn't I? Didn't I, Beef?
This is Milford Cubicle.
My God, what an amazing man cast. All right, a reminder, make sure you leave a review, Apple Podcasts. How many of you have you left a review on Apple Podcasts? I wish there were more places to leave a review. I don't think there are. So if you have not yet, even if you listen somewhere else and you have an iPhone, make sure you go leave a review, 5 stars if you enjoy the show, but make sure you write a review. It helps a ton. It really does. So make sure you go and do that right now. And of course, www.thedailyswole.com for all the live stream links and swolenormousx.com to join the fam today. Remember, code SWOLE20 for an extra $20 off your unlimited membership. Sign up, go and join now. Fam, make sure you go and check out the masterclass. We got the hip mobility masterclass. We got the brand new yoga class, all the new recipes, but check out the brand new masterclass and leave a comment down below over there in Swolenormousx. All right, go do that. And we'll see you tomorrow for Shwenty, Ocho, Peace McGeese, Deuce Magoose, ya boy, Papa Swolio. Oh. Ow.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like...
Yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, chill. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. Off topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no ollie.